The mining station floated near the edge of Union space. It was built from metal, dust, and hope. The walls shook often, the lights flickered sometimes. But the people who lived there made it their home. Humans, aliens, and machines worked side by side, digging minerals and keeping the station alive for the first time in history. The Galactic Unity Games were coming to this sector. These games were more than fun, they were a symbol. Every species had to join, and every station had to send a team. It didn't matter if you were strong or weak, fast or slow. You had to try. The game chosen for the station's team was called Skyball. It was fast, it needed good hands, good legs, and better teamwork. Balls flew high, bounced off walls, and had to be passed through glowing rings in the air. The captain of the team, an old turtle like being named Orcs, stood in front of the crowd near the central court. His voice came through the loudspeaker. "These are the players selected for our Unity Games Skyball team," he said. A large screen behind him lit up. Names appeared in rows. Some were human. Some were insect-like. Some had no legs. All had been picked. Near the bottom of the list, one name surprised many. NEKA. There was a short silence. Then someone whispered, "Isn't that the girl with broken legs?" Others turned their heads. In the far back, sitting on a bench near the cargo crates, was a thin alien girl with silver skin and dark eyes. Her name was Nika. She had short limbs, smooth facial marks, and metal legs that hissed softly every time she moved. She looked down at her feet. Then she stood up slowly and walked toward Orcs. "I think there's been a mistake," she said softly. "Sir, I can't play ball." Orcs looked down at her. "Your name is on the list," he said, "and your record says you applied." Nika hesitated. "I did, long ago, before my accident, before they gave me these legs. I can't move like others now." Orcs didn't reply for a moment. Then he said, "Every player gets one chance. You're on the team. If you don't show up for training tomorrow, your spot is gone." Nika nodded slowly. She turned away and walked back. Her metal feet made soft clicking sounds against the floor. No one stopped her. No one cheered. But one man noticed. His name was Tom. He was a human mechanic who had just arrived at the station 2 months ago. He wasn't tall. He wasn't strong. But he could fix anything: machines, bots, doors, lights. He worked in the bay, where broken things came in and working things came out. He had been leaning against the railing, watching the whole scene. He didn't laugh like others. He didn't whisper. He just watched. Later that day, Tom was in the repair bay, fixing a food delivery drone when he heard quiet footsteps. Nika had walked in. She held something in her hand. It was a small metal ring, part of her leg brace. "I heard you fix things," she said without looking up. Tom wiped his hands and stepped forward. "I do. Come sit." Nika sat on a small bench near the wall. She rolled up the fabric of her pants, showing the place where the metal connected to her knee. The part was loose. It squeaked. It sparked sometimes. "I can't run fast," she said. "These legs weren't built for it." Tom looked at the joint carefully. Then he touched the frame. "This isn't made for sport," he said. "It's an old miner's model, heavy and slow." Nika nodded. "It's all the doctors had when they fixed me. They said I should be lucky I can walk." Tom didn't say, "I'm sorry." He didn't say, "That's sad." He said something else. "What if I built you new ones?" Nika blinked. "New legs, custom," Tom said. "Made for Skyball. Not standard. Light, fast, balanced for sharp turns. Built just for you." "No one has ever offered that," Nika said. "I'm not everyone," Tom said, smiling. "And I like a good challenge." Nika looked at him carefully. He wasn't like others. He didn't speak like he was doing her a favor. He spoke like he believed in something. She looked down at her legs, then looked up at him. "All right," she said. "Let's try." Tom nodded. "Good, but you have to do something too." "What?" "You'll need to show up for training tomorrow, even if you can't play yet." Nika looked unsure. "They'll laugh at me." Tom shrugged. "Let them. We're not fixing your legs so they stop laughing. We're fixing them so you start winning." For the first time in weeks, Nika smiled. It was small, quick, and gone in a second. But it was real. Tom walked to his work table, picked up a sketch pad, and began drawing. Behind him, Nika sat quietly. Her eyes looked at the court outside the window, where players trained and shouted. Inside her chest, something was waking up. Not anger, not pain, something like hope. Asterisk. The repair bay was warm and filled with soft humming sounds. Machines blinked, tools hung on hooks, and the smell of oil mixed with the metal air. Tom moved between workbenches like he was part of the machines. He didn't wear a fancy uniform, just a brown shirt, rolled sleeves, and gloves black with grease. Outside, the station kept turning in space. People rushed, lights blinked, and ships came and went. But inside the bay, time felt slower. Nika sat on a metal stool in the corner, watching Tom work. He had already taken off both of her legs. She felt strange without them, like half of her was missing. Still, she trusted him. Not fully yet, but more than she trusted anyone else here. Tom placed the legs on the table and leaned in with a small light. He pressed buttons on the knees, adjusted joints, and used a tiny probe to scan the worn wires. "These are more damaged than I thought," Tom said. "The motors inside are weak, and the shock balance is all off." Nika nodded. "I told the med team last year, but they said the repairs were too costly." Tom gave a quiet smile. "Good thing I work with junk." He walked to the shelves and began pulling apart tiny gears, clean rods, flexible padding strips. He moved with focus, his hands steady. "You fix everything here?" Nika asked, trying to break the silence. "Almost everything," Tom said, without looking up. "Broken bots, burnt lights, engines that scream louder than they fly." "What about people?" she asked. Tom stopped for a second, then turned to her. "People fix themselves. I just give them better tools." Nika thought about those words. She wasn't sure what to say back, so she stayed quiet. Tom placed a round scanner on the bench. A small screen showed the shape of her old legs, rotating slowly. "These were never made for someone like you," he said. "They were made for miners who don't need to run or turn." He pointed at the joints. "This one locks too early. That one doesn't rotate fully. You're fighting your own body just to walk straight." Nika looked down at the floor. "I know." Tom turned and looked at her gently. "But it's not your fault. You didn't fail. The tools did." That made her chest feel warm. No one had said it like that before. He began drawing something on the screen. A new design, slimmer, lighter. The feet were shaped like a runner's. The knees had double locks. The heels had soft shock coils. "These will be yours," he said. "Not factory made. Not second hand. Just for you." Nika leaned in, her eyes wide. "Can they really do what the others do?" "They won't just match the others," Tom said. "They'll beat them, but we have to tune them to you. That means testing, adjusting, training." Nika looked unsure. "What if I fail?" Tom put down the tool in his hand. "Then we try again." She nodded slowly. Her fingers touched the bench edge. "Why are you doing this for me?" Tom didn't answer at first. He walked to the shelf and pulled out a small box. Inside were medals, old pictures, and a folded shirt with a human sports badge. "I used to play back on Earth," he said. "Didn't win much, but I had a coach who once helped me when I got injured." He said, "The game is always bigger than just the best players. Sometimes the heart changes everything." Tom smiled. "You remind me of that. You've got heart, and you showed up." Nika looked at the medals, then at the old badge. "Do you miss it?" "Every day," Tom said. "But now I help others play." For the next hour, they worked in quiet teamwork. Tom took measurements of Nika's legs, her stride, her step weight. She stood on one foot while a scanner followed her balance. Tom made notes and sketches. Then he brought out a strange box covered in dust. Inside were parts not from the station old. "Earth tech. This is carbon weave," he said. "Very light, very strong. It was banned from racing years ago because it made runners too fast." Nika raised her eyebrow. "You're going to use banned Earth parts?" Tom grinned. "I'm going to use what works. You deserve the best." Bit by bit, the pieces came together. Tom shaped the knee joints like puzzle pieces. He wrapped the shock rods with flexible padding. He adjusted the angle of the toes to help with sudden stops. The skyball court outside the window was busy again. The players trained, shouting and laughing. But inside the bay, a different kind of training was happening. Not with noise, not with speed, but with hope, patience, and skill. As the day ended, Tom placed the unfinished leg frames on the table. "We'll need a few more days," he said. "Then we test." Nika looked at the parts. They didn't shine. They didn't glow. But they looked strong. "I'll be ready," she said quietly. Tom cleaned his hands. "Good. Just remember, you're not broken. Your gear was." Nika smiled again. Just for a moment. Outside the window, the stars were beginning to show. The station turned slowly through space. And somewhere deep inside the girl with silver skin and metal legs, something strong had started to grow. Not just belief in the game, but belief in herself. Nika sat alone near the training court. The others were running, jumping, throwing, and calling out to each other. Her name was still on the team list, but no one called her to join. She didn't mind. For now, she just watched and learned. Her new legs were not ready yet. Tom was still building and testing the joints. But every evening, after training, she went to the repair bay. And every night, she saw her future being shaped by his hands. One evening, when most lights on the station had gone dim, Nika walked into the repair bay. She wore a long coat and walked carefully on her old metal legs. Tom was already there, working under a bright lamp. "You came early," Tom said without looking up. "I couldn't sleep," she replied. Tom pointed to the workbench. Two long, silver legs rested there. They were shaped like they had grown naturally from the frame. No bolts stuck out, no sharp corners. They looked strong and light, made for running, not walking. Nika stepped closer. "Are these mine?" Tom nodded. "Version 1. I call them sky strides, balanced for speed and corner turns. The foot pads are flexible. The joints are smart. They learn your movements." She reached out and touched the cool metal. "They look different." "They are," Tom said. "Not just tools. These are part of you now." Tom helped her sit on the stool. He carefully removed her old legs and fitted the new ones. The moment they locked in place, Nika felt a strange sensation. The weight was different. They didn't press down as hard. She could move her toes slightly. There was no delay. "Stand up slowly," Tom said. Nika placed her hands on the bench and stood. The legs didn't shake. They held her perfectly. She took a small step, then another. Then she walked in a circle. Her steps made no sound. She turned to Tom. "These feel alive." Tom smiled. "That's the smart sensors. They adjust to your stride. Give it a little time, and they'll move as you do." Nika tried lifting her knee high, then lowering it. Then she crouched and jumped slightly. The legs responded at once. Her eyes filled with wonder. "Try running," Tom said. Nika looked at him. "Here, right here. There's space." She nodded. Then, slowly at first, she took off. One step, then another. The legs helped her bounce. There was no delay, no hiss or drag. She picked up speed. Moving between benches, she dodged a tool, cart, and circled a support pillar. Then she stopped and looked at Tom, breathing fast but smiling wide. "I ran," she said. "You did," Tom answered. That night, Nika didn't just train. She played. She practiced jumping, quick stops, sudden turns. Tom threw a ball toward her, and she kicked it back midair. They worked late. By the time the night cycle ended, Nika had completed 10 different drills. Tom wrote notes in his logbook and made small adjustments on the legs between each test. At the end, Nika sat down, sweat on her forehead, but joy in her heart. "I never thought I could feel this again," she said. "You never lost it," Tom said. "You just needed the right tools." The next day, Nika showed up at the main court in the morning. The coach, Orcs, raised his eyes when he saw her walking confidently. "I thought you quit," Orcs said. "I didn't," Nika replied. "I was just fixing my gear." He looked at her legs. "Those aren't regulation models." "They are now," she said. Want me to run the trial? Orc paused, then nodded. Show me. The other players watched as Nika walked to the starting line. Some snickered, others whispered. A tall insect player clicked his claws and said, "Careful, she might fall again." Nika ignored them. She lowered herself into a start stance. The timer beeped. She ran. The court had curves and turns with raised platforms and bouncing walls. Nika hit every mark. She turned sharply, jumped high, and caught the rebound ball. Then she dashed back to the line. When she stopped, the timer flashed. The fastest run so far. Everyone went silent. Tom was watching from the side door. He didn't cheer. He just nodded once, proud. Nika looked at Orc. Still think I don't belong. Orc smiled faintly. Get in the rotation. The coach called out drills. Nika joined the others. She passed, she ran, she blocked. Her legs moved like part of her. She wasn't the fastest at everything, but she kept up. Her balance was strong. Her teamwork was smooth. But not everyone was happy. Later that day, one of the senior players, a large lizard-like being named Drawn, stepped in front of her during break. You got fancy legs, he said. That doesn't make you a real player. Nika looked at him calmly. No, but playing does. Drawn growled and turned away. Tom was waiting near the bench with a small water flask. He handed it to Nika. Trouble? He asked. Some don't like change, Nika said. Let them stay behind, Tom replied. You're already moving forward. That evening, Nika returned to the repair bay. Tom was working on a second version of the leg joints. What's this? She asked. New mod, Tom said. Better balance in low-gravity zones. Just in case the games take us off station. Nika shook her head with a smile. You never stop, Tom replied. Neither do you. For the first time, Nika felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. She felt ready. The station court was full of sound booths on the floor, balls bouncing off walls, and teammates calling for passes. The training had become harder. The Unity games were close. Everyone wanted to win, and the pressure was rising. Nika stood near the edge of the court, her silver legs shining in the light. Her breath was steady, her body ready. Tom had adjusted the joints that morning, making the turns smoother. She trusted the legs now. She trusted herself. Today was the full-speed test match. The coach, Orc, had arranged it. 2 teams from the station would play against each other. The game would decide who would play in the opening round of the Unity games. Nika was on Team Blue. Drawn, the large lizard-like player who still didn't trust her, was on Team Red. You sure you're ready? Drawn asked before the match. Nika replied, yes. He shrugged and walked away. The whistle blew. The game began. The court lights blinked into game mode. The ball shot into the air. Team Red rushed forward, trying to take control. Nika stayed back at first, watching the pattern. The game was fast. Players moved in tight groups, dodging, sliding, and jumping. But Nika had trained hard. Her legs moved with control. She ran forward, cut through defenders, and passed the ball to her teammate, a short, 4-armed creature named Rillo. Rillo caught it and scored through the middle ring. Cheers rose from the benches. Coach Orc nodded slowly. The next round, Team Red came back strong. Drawn charged through the center, using his size to push others aside. He threw a hard pass that hit the ring and bounced back. One of his teammates caught it and scored again. It was now even. Nika wiped sweat from her forehead. She looked at Tom, standing on the side behind the glass. He gave her a thumbs up. Stay sharp, she whispered to herself. The third round started. Nika jumped to catch the ball, but in midair, she was bumped by a flying teammate. Her balance shifted. Her legs twisted slightly the wrong way. She fell hard onto the court, sliding across the smooth surface. The ball rolled away. Everything went silent. Players stopped. Orc looked down. Drawn crossed his arms. Some spectators in the corner whispered to each other. Nika pushed herself up, but her left knee clicked. Tom rushed inside the court and knelt beside her. It's the left joint, she said. Tom opened a small toolkit on his belt and made a quick adjustment. It's loose but not broken. You can keep going, but you'll have to be careful. Nika nodded. I want to keep playing. You sure? Tom asked. She looked him in the eye. Yes. Tom stepped back. The whistle blew again. Nika stood. Slowly, her legs slightly stiff. She didn't move as fast now. She tried to jump again, but couldn't reach full height. The pain wasn't much, but the balance was off. Team Red scored to more points. Her teammates began to get nervous. One of them, a bird-like girl named Hessa, whispered to her, "You should sit out." Nika didn't answer. The game went on. Then something changed. Nika stopped trying to move like the others. Instead of charging, she held the center. Instead of jumping too high, she passed low and smart. She used her eyes more than her feet. She read the plays, saw the weak spots, and timed her moves slowly. Her team caught up. Near the end of the match, the score was even again. Now came the final round. The ball flew into the air. Nika ran forward. Dron rushed in from the side. He tried to block her. She stopped suddenly, turned her shoulder, and let the ball bounce off the wall. It came back to her teammate. Quick pass. Quick move. Final shot. It missed by inches. The match ended in a draw. Everyone stood still, breathing hard. Then the coach walked forward. No win, no loss, but I saw what I needed, Orcs said. He looked at both teams. The games will need speed, yes, but they will also need control, strategy, trust. I know now who I want. He turned to Nika. Your name stays. Nika looked down at her legs. The left one still clicked. Her body was tired, but her heart was light. She nodded. After the others left, Tom came to her side and handed her water. You okay? He asked. She drank and said, better than okay. Tom checked her leg joint. We'll fix the click tonight. I'll replace the lock ring. I'm not worried, she said. I know now what I can do, even when I fall. Tom gave a soft laugh. Good, because in the games, you'll fall again. Everyone does. But now, Nika said, I know how to rise. As they walked together toward the repair bay, the court lights dimmed behind them. The hallway was quiet. The walls echoed softly with each step. Nika looked forward. She wasn't just a girl with metal legs anymore. She was a player, and she was ready for more. The Unity Games were only 7 days away. Excitement filled the station. Colorful flags hung across the halls. Messages played on screens, reminding everyone of the first match. The court was clean and polished, brighter than ever before. But inside the training room, trouble was growing. The team looked strong from the outside. They had fast players, smart defenders, and now even Nika, who had surprised everyone. But something important was missing. Teamwork. Coach Orcs shouted. From the side, you can't win like this. You must move together. But the players didn't listen. Each one played their own way. The tall insect girl named Reeve refused to pass. Dron still thought only strength mattered. Hessa flew over others without warning. Passes were late, moves clashed, and voices grew louder. Nika stood at the edge, watching everything fall apart. She wanted to speak but held back. She wasn't the captain. She was just the girl who once said she couldn't play. Tom watched from the benches. He leaned toward Nika and whispered, they all want to win, but they haven't learned to trust. Nika nodded. We won't get far if this continues. Coach Orc ended the session early. Take a break, he said. We try again later. The players left the court slowly, each one quiet, each one thinking only of themselves. That evening, Nika sat in the repair bay. Her legs were off again. Tom was tuning the heel joints. You've grown faster, Tom said. But your team is still slow in the head. Nika gave a small laugh. It's not their speed. It's their pride. Each one thinks they're the best. Tom closed his toolbox. Then you need to teach them rhythm. Rhythm, she asked. Teamwork is like music, Tom said. Different parts, different sounds. But when played right, it becomes one song. Nika sat quietly for a moment, thinking, I have an idea, she said at last. The next morning, Nika arrived at the court early. She brought cones, markers, and small motion pads she borrowed from Tom. She placed them across the floor, forming a pattern like a dance path, one by one. The team arrived. "What's this?" Dron asked. "New drills," Nika said. "We need rhythm." "We're not dancers," Reeves said, crossing her arms. "You're right," Nika replied. "But we're also not a team right now, and if we don't move together, we'll lose." The players looked at each other. No one wanted to admit she was right, but they stayed. Nika stood in the center. "This drill is simple," she said. "No ball, just movement. You follow my path, then pass it on." She stepped forward. Left step, spin, slide, jump, stop. The motion sensors beeped softly as she hit each mark. Her legs moved smoothly, her pace steady. She finished and pointed to Rillo. "Your turn." Rillo stepped forward and copied her moves. Then the next player. Then the next dot at first. They moved clumsily. Some missed steps, some turned late. But Nika kept guiding them. Dot again. Again dot. By the third round, something changed. The steps became smoother. The turns were better timed. A flow began to form. Dot. Then she brought the ball back. "Now we pass while moving," she said. They tried. It was hard at first. Some passes went to wide. Others dropped. But they didn't stop. Even Dron, though quiet, began adjusting his pace. Reeves started calling out passes. Hessa slowed her flight to match the others. By the end of the session, for the first time, the court was silent, not because of failure, but because of focus. Coach Orc watched from above. He didn't say a word. He just wrote in his notes and nodded. That night, Nika sat with Tom in the repair bay. "They're learning," she said. "You led them," Tom replied. "I didn't mean to," she said. "Leaders never do at first." Tom said, "They just see a problem and step forward." Nika leaned back. She looked at the silver legs Tom had made. They were scratched now from practice, but stronger than ever. "I don't feel broken anymore," she said. Tom smiled. "You were never broken. You just needed time to show your light." The next day, the team trained again. This time, there were no arguments. When one player fell, another helped them up. When a pass was late, no one shouted. They just fixed it and moved on. During the break, Dron sat next to Nika. "You surprised me," he said. "How?" she asked. "You made us better," he replied. Nika gave a small smile. "We all want to win." "No," Dron said. "You want us to win." "There's a difference." The day before the games, the final test match was held. This time, the team played as one. Their moves were sharp. Their passes were clean. The ball moved like it had its own mind, guided by the hands and feet of a single unit. When they won the match, no one cheered loudly. They just nodded to each other, quiet and proud. Coach Orc walked over. "You're ready," he said. That evening, Nika stood on the viewing deck, looking at the stars. The ships of other teams were already arriving. The Unity games would begin. In the morning. Tom stood beside her. "You nervous?" he asked. "A little," she replied. "Good," he said. "It means you care." Nika didn't speak for a moment. Then she said, "Thank you for everything." Tom looked at her and said, "I just built the legs. You did the rest." Nika smiled, eyes on the stars. Somewhere out there, the best teams in the galaxy were waiting. But so was she, and she was not afraid. The station was quiet in the morning. Even the machines hummed softly, as if they knew something important was about to happen. The first match of the Galactic Unity Games was here. Nika stood with her teammates inside the waiting tunnel. They all wore the same blue and silver uniform, with the station's symbol shining on their backs. Her silver legs were freshly cleaned, the joints smooth, the pads ready. Her heart was calm, but her hands were cold. Beside her, Dron stretched his arms. Reeve rubbed her claws together. Hessa fixed the strap on her flight wings. No one spoke much. They didn't need to. They were ready. Tom stood behind the glass wall in the prep zone. He wore his usual brown shirt and held a small tool pouch just in case. But today he was not a mechanic. Today he was just proud. The gate opened with a soft beep. The announcer's voice filled the air. Now entering, the team from Station 47. Representing the Outer Belt Alliance, the crowd cheered. Nika stepped forward with the others. Lights flashed, cameras floated around. The court was huge, bigger than anything they had trained on. Rings floated in the air. Walls moved slightly every minute, making the game harder. But Nika didn't look away. She had trained for this. On the other side, the other team entered. They were fast and tall, with shiny uniforms and long legs made for jumping. Their captain was a bird-like player with wide wings and glowing red eyes. He looked sharp and dangerous. Tom, watching from the side, whispered to himself, "You've got this." Coach ordered clapped once. "Focus on what we practiced. Talk with your eyes. Move with your hearts." Nika looked at her team. They nodded. She took her place in the middle row. The match began. The ball shot into the air like a comet. Reeve leapt high and caught it with her claws. She passed to Nika, who turned and sent it to Rillo with a side kick. The move was smooth. The rhythm was perfect. The other team moved fast, but they were too eager. They tried to score in the first minute, but Drum blocked the shot with his broad chest. Hessa flew up and caught the rebound. She dropped it to Nika, who ran forward. Her legs responded perfectly. Every step pushed her faster. The training, the upgrades, the late nights, all of it was now part of her movement. She reached the middle ring and jumped. Time slowed for a moment. She turned in the air and passed the ball behind her to Rillo, who caught it and scored. The crowd cheered. Nika landed smoothly. Tom smiled and whispered, "Well done." But the game wasn't easy. The other team came back strong. Their captain used his wings to fly across the court. He scored quickly. Then his teammate curved the ball around the wall and hit the top ring. 2-1. Nika wiped her forehead and stayed calm. She called a new formation. This time, they spread out wider. Reeve stayed low, Rillo circled the back, and Nika moved like a shadow. The other team tried to block her, but she slipped past. She didn't rush. She waited. Then she saw the gap and passed. The ball moved like a thread through cloth, clean and fast. DRA and caught it and scored. 2-2. The match continued for many minutes. Both sides played hard. Sweat poured down faces. Wings flapped, legs kicked, claws reached. The ball bounced across the walls like lightning. In one round, Nika slipped and hit the floor. Her leg clicked loudly. The crowd gasped, but she stood up at once. Tom leaned forward, ready to rush in. Nika gave a small shake of her head. She was fine. The next moment, she stole the ball midair and turned the tide. By the last round, the score was even again. 4-4. Only one more point would decide the winner. Coach Orda called them together. One more move. Trust each other. Play your rhythm. Nika looked at each teammate. They didn't look tired. They looked sharp, alive. Together, the final whistle blew. The ball flew high. The other team rushed forward. But Nika stayed back. Just for a moment. She watched. Then she moved. She didn't chase the ball. She chased space. She saw the path others didn't. Her legs moved with speed and grace. She passed to Reeve, who passed to Hessa in the air. Hessa dived, but not for the shot. She passed back to Nika. The ball came fast. Nika caught it, turned, and aimed for the bottom ring. But at the last moment, she saw something better. Rillo was open near the corner. She passed. Rillo caught the ball and jumped high. He spun in the air and threw. The ball hit the center of the ring and bounced once. Goal. The crowd stood up in cheers. Lights flashed. Alarms rang. The first match was over. Team 47 had won. Nika dropped to one knee, breathing hard. Her teammates rushed in and lifted her. From behind the glass, Tom clapped once, slowly, smiling. He didn't shout. He didn't wave. He just stood still, proud. Coach Ordick walked over and said, "You played like a real team." Nika replied, "We played like one." Later, as they walked off the court, reporters rushed to the team. Everyone wanted to speak with Dran or the bird-like Hessa, but many turned toward Nika. One young alien reporter asked, "How did you do it, after all your struggles?" Nika looked at her silver legs, then at her team. "I stopped trying to be like others," she said, "and started playing like me." The reporter smiled. "And who helped you believe that?" Nika turned her head and saw Tom standing alone. Near the tunnel gate. She replied, "A mechanic who never saw me as broken." The reporter nodded. "That's a good start for a champion." Nika smiled softly. Her team had won. Her legs had held strong, but more than that, she had found her place. Not just on the court, but in the galaxy. The victory from the first match brought pride to Station 47. Flags were raised higher, and smiles returned to tired faces. Even the miners in the lower sectors took breaks just to talk about the game. Everyone spoke the same name. NEEKA. The girl who once said she couldn't play ball was now being called the heart of the team. But the Unity games were not over yet. There were still 2 more rounds before the finals. The next match would be against a champion team from the core planet's fast, trained, and known across many systems. They had perfect records and powerful sponsors. Their players were tall, quick, and used the most advanced gear. Some said Station 47 didn't stand a chance. But Nika didn't care what others said. She only listened to her team, her coach, and her own heartbeat. Before the next match, Coach Orta gathered the players. "You already proved something important," he said. "That heart can beat skill. But now, you must play with both." He looked at Nika. "Lead with rhythm." Nika nodded. Tom was waiting near the tunnel again. He had tightened every bolt, checked every joint, and cleaned the smart sensors in her legs. Before she walked onto the court, he gave her a small nod. "Go remind them who you are." The gate opened. The new court was bigger, with brighter lights and louder crowds. The champion team from the core planet stood across the field in red armor suits. Their captain was a tall figure with a silver visor and sharp movements. He didn't smile. He didn't even blink. NEEKA stood in the center. Drawn stood on her left. Hessa floated slightly above the group. Everyone was ready. The ball launched into the sky. The match began from the very first moment. It was clear this team was faster. Their passes were clean. Their jumps were perfect. Their formations were sharp. They scored 2 points in the first 5 minutes. Nika kept calm. She studied the rhythm. "They don't just move," she told Rillo during a break. "They read patterns, but they don't expect chaos." Rillo looked confused. "Chaos?" Nika smiled. "Let's give them something new." The next round, the team changed formation. They broke out of the usual shapes. Instead of following the court lines, they zigzagged, swapped places mid-run, and passed backwards without looking. It worked. The other team grew unsure. Nika passed the ball to Reeve, then ran straight forward like a decoy. Drum moved left, but Rillo turned right and scored. Now the score was 2-1. The core planet team responded quickly. Their captain flew above the field, caught the ball, and landed with a twist, scoring a point with one hand. 3-1. The match continued. Nika fell once. Her knee hit the ground hard, but she stood up quickly. Tom's design held strong. She shook her head clear and moved forward again. Then came the moment everything changed. In the second half, the core captain tried a high-speed dash move. He passed 2 players and went for a solo shot. Nika jumped in front of him. Her legs pushed harder than ever. Her timing was perfect. She blocked the shot in midair. The ball flew up and landed in Hase's hands. Hesse passed it to Rillo, who scored. The crowd exploded with cheers. 3-2. Tom clapped behind the glass. Coach Orta gave a sharp nod. But Nika didn't stop to celebrate. She looked at the core captain. His eyes behind the visor narrowed. He was taking her seriously now. Final round. One last point needed to draw the game. The crowd was silent. Coach Orta didn't call a new plan. He just looked at NEEKA. She stepped forward. "Same move," she said. "But this time, slow the rhythm, slow." Drawn asked. "They expect speed. We give patience," she said. The match began. Nika walked, not ran. She passed the ball gently. Reeve bounced it off the wall, but didn't charge. Hesse hovered slowly above the ring. They didn't force a shot. They waited. The core team grew confused. They weren't sure who would attack. Then Nika moved, fast, low, sharp. She dashed forward, passed once, passed again, turned, then faced the ring. The Corps captain ran to block her, but it was a trick dot at the last second. Nika spun and kicked the ball behind her. Dron caught it and slammed it into the center ring dot goal. 3-3 dot. The match ended in a draw, but it felt like a win. The Corps captain walked across the court and stood in front of Nika. "You play with strange rhythm," he said. She smiled. "It's not strange. It's mine." He looked at her legs. "Custom." She nodded. He reached out and shook her hand. "Impressive." The crowd clapped, even though no team had won. Everyone knew something had changed. A team from a mining station had matched the champions, and at the center of it was a girl with silver skin and steel legs. Later that night, in the quiet of the repair bay, Tom handed Nika a folded cloth. "What's this?" she asked. He opened it. Inside was a new symbol, her own emblem, a small circle with a rising spark. "You're more than just a player now," Tom said. "You're a sign of what's possible." Nika touched the symbol and looked at the stars outside the window. "I thought I would never run again," she whispered. "But you did," Tom said. "And you helped others run too." She nodded. "Next game is the final." Tom smiled. "And you're ready." As the lights of the stars blinked outside and the repair bay hummed softly, Nika stood with her new emblem in hand. Not a broken girl, not just a player, but a leader, and a name the galaxy would never forget.